welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and today I wanted to do a little check-in on my most recent Ulta haul. I did a video on the haul. It was like a get ready with me to go to Ulta video, so it was like getting ready, and then at the end I showed my haul. It was from like 2 or 3 weeks ago at this point, but I wanted to check back in with you and let you know how the products are working for me, and I thought I would do a little ranking style of video. So I'm gonna start off with the product. Like, I'm gonna start from the bottom. We'll go from the bottom to the top. I was gonna do opposite, but we'll start from the bottom. So the product, like my least favorite thing from that haul is this cleansing balm from Pacifica. So this is the Wake Up Beautiful Waterless Cleansing Balm with quinoa and mushroom. The waterless claim kind of confused me a little bit because I thought it was waterless, like I didn't need to use water to use it, but it's actually a waterless formula, so there's no water in the ingredient list. It's in a metal container, which I like the idea of this, and every time I pull out something from a box that's metal, I think it's so fancy. But as you use something that's in metal, like any little dent you put in it puts more pressure on the product that's inside, so once you open it, it comes out right away, and that's exactly what happened with this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's not pouring out immediately right now. So it's in one of these kind of squeeze tubes here. There is no fragrance to this, but of course, sometimes when there's no fragrance, it smells gross. And this just doesn't have a pleasant, unscented scent. Do you know what I mean? It smells like oil, like old oil or something, like oil that's gone bad. So not only with the scent, but the actual formula of this is probably my least favorite type of cleansing balm. It's very, very thick. I feel like I have to like pull at my skin to get it to spread. It doesn't really emulsify with water all that well. It feels like the water almost repels off of it, like it's not meant to emulsify. This might be one that's better suited to remove with like a wet cloth, like a hot cloth, like to wipe it off of your skin, because I found trying to take this off with water was really, really difficult. It was stuck all in my eyelashes and it would not come out. It really irritated my eyes. And it left behind a ton of residue. Like, I washed my face multiple times to get this off, and I felt like after I rinsed it off, when I went in with a second cleanser, it felt like it didn't even do anything. Like, it just didn't even make a dent in how much grease was left on my face. Let me see here. Oh no, it does say rinse with warm water, because I thought maybe it does say to rinse it or like to remove it with the cloth, but it says wipe clean with a soft cloth or rinse with water. Squeeze a dime-sized amount into the palm of your hands, apply it to your skin, and massage in circular motions with wet fingers, creating a film. I don't know. This is just not my type of cleansing balm, and it was my least favorite thing that I used that I got from the haul. I probably used it 2 times, and I was like, I gotta return it, and then of course I forgot. But it has only been 3 weeks. Will they take it back without the box though? I threw the box away. I don't know. So coming in at number 9. Number 9 from the haul is the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. I was really excited about this because I've never tried it before, and I've always wanted to try this mascara. It's been around for a very long time. It's this little tiny tube, and it's meant specifically for the bottom lashes. Like, look how tiny that brush is. Doesn't that seem like a brush you would use on your eyebrows, like it's a brow gel or something? And I have been wanting to try this for a really long time. I'm also in the market for a bottom lash mascara. And I don't know why I just won't repurchase Maybelline Sky High, because I already know that one's gonna do great on my lower lashes. But I feel like trying something else, but it seems like I'm spending all this money trying to find lower lash mascaras that don't smear, smudge, or flake, or transfer, and I could have just bought that one. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like this is a tubing mascara because I felt like every time I've removed it, it kind of just pulls off really easily with warm water. It'll kind of just like fall right off your lashes. So I feel like it's a tubing mascara, but I didn't really look too much into it. I'm kind of just going by how it's working for me so far. So when you're putting this on, I do like the idea of this and like really combing through the bottom lashes, because normally with the full-size mascara wand, I just kind of touch it onto the lashes to make them look black. But with this, I find myself really combing through them and getting them all really coated with mascara. And I do like that this is making me do that, because it's not something I normally would even take the time to do. So I like that aspect of it. But this doesn't really work for me as a bottom lash mascara because it flakes so much. I have flakes all under my eyes, falling onto my cheeks, and this mascara, I don't know why it's doing that, because I thought with the bottom lash mascara, it pretty much has to be bulletproof, and this just is not. It flakes a lot. It's not my favorite, although the lashes look nice. I can't do it with all the flakes. Like, I want something that's gonna hang on there. Another one, I threw the box away. Will they take this back without the box? Because I want to return both of these, but I felt kind of weird taking them back without the boxes. But I've taken stuff back without boxes before, like for customers, like I've done returns for them, and it's fine. So maybe I'll try it today if I'm brave enough. Okay, coming in at number 8. This isn't necessarily at the bottom of the list. It's just something I haven't used enough to really get a feel for. It's the Ulta Beauty Hyaluronic Acid Setting Powder. So I'm all crazy about loose powders right now. I don't know what it is, but I just started using them and I want to try everything. And I thought this would be a great like alternative to the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. Although I've never tried that. I have a tiny little sample and I can't bring myself to open it for some reason. So I thought this would be a good, I don't know, alternative to that. It's a very, very white powder and it's very thin. It feels like rice flour, like super thin and very finely milled and very, very soft. I've used it a handful of times and it's perfectly fine. I do think if you go overboard with this, at least on my skin tone, it does leave a lot of white behind. But then I find like once I put bronzer and blush, I've kind of like continued working that powder into the skin with my other like steps that I'm using a brush for. And then setting spray, it kind of tones down the white and I don't even really notice it at all. But I just haven't used it enough, but it's good. It's fine, it feels good on the skin. I don't know, it sets the makeup. I don't have a lot to say about it, but it's doing okay so far. So number 8 there. The rest of this stuff I like, so I feel kind of weird even putting any of them at number 7. But I'm going to put this brush at number 7 because I haven't really used it. It is the Morphe V115. It's one of their vegan, pro-vegan brushes. I mean, look at this handle. It's beautiful. This brush head is just so beautifully done. Like, it looks great. I feel like this was called precision powder or something like that, and I keep forgetting to use it because I just have like certain powder brushes like this one here. I love the size of this and the cut, and this is what I've been putting powder on with for a real long time. What am I saying? I've been putting powder on with this brush for a long time, so it's hard for me to like find another one to fall in love with, but this is super freaking soft. Oh my gosh, is this just the softest brush? Right before the video, I had my boyfriend and I was rubbing it all over his arm and he was just like, wow, that's really soft. It's a great brush. It feels great on the skin. It doesn't have one pokey bristle on it whatsoever. Like, I could jab it right into my face and it will not even feel pokey whatsoever. I just haven't used it a whole lot. I don't regret buying it, but it's a really beautiful brush. So yeah, number 7. So number 6, I'm gonna go with this. Let's go with the Vacation Super Spritz SPF 50 Face Mist. So I'm obsessed with this brand. Obsessed. I go onto their website all the time just to look at it. I have no intention of buying anything, although I'm sure I'll buy something in the future. I love the branding of this brand. Like, look at this. It's like full on early 90s, just beautiful, like from the typography they're using to the graphics to the color, the branding, everything is absolutely spot on perfection. I love it so, so much. And I really wanted to own something from this brand, and I think this was the cheapest thing. I'm not sure. Anyway, it is a sunscreen face spray, and I love something like this for when I'm leaving work. I want to spray it all over my face just to do a little sunscreen touch up for my drive home, any places I might stop on the way home, like just some incidental sun that I'm going to be getting. I do like to add a little bit more protection onto my skin. I know something like this isn't necessarily going to give you like full coverage, perfect SPF 50, but it's better than nothing, and I do feel confident using something like this. I've been using these kind of face sprays for a long time. Normally I use the one from Hawaiian Tropic. It's their antioxidant face spray. It's a really good one. So this doesn't feel oily. Like right now as I'm rubbing it into my skin, I don't feel oil whatsoever. But when I spray this on my face, I look like I have a mirror finish on my skin. It's so oily looking, which is weird because it's not oily feeling. And even after it dries down, when I touch my skin, it doesn't feel oily, but it looks insanely greasy on the skin. So I wouldn't use this to like wear throughout the day or to continuously touch up throughout the day, especially if I'm going somewhere. But just on the drive home, I don't really care. But if I was stopping somewhere, like I was going to somebody's house or whatever reason I was doing something after work, I probably wouldn't use this at all. I would skip it just because it's so greasy. So greasy looking. Every time I've used this so far, I have put on powder as well. So I'll leave it on maybe like 5-10 minutes, and then I grab my powder from my makeup box that I keep in my locker at work, and I throw on a little powder to tone down the shine. But then by the time I get to my car, that powder is gone from my skin. This stuff has eaten it all up, and I'm back to being like an oil slick on my skin. So although it works and it's doing its job, it's just so greasy looking. I wouldn't repurchase this, but I for sure am keeping this bottle because it is just stunningly beautiful. I wouldn't repurchase it, but it does the job. It works just fine. So the mist is very, very nice. It's very fine. It's like one of those pumps that has like a good like long pump to it. So when you're holding it down, it'll go like psh, like in one spray. It's really, really nice, really fine mist. Really a pleasure to use, and it smells good too. It doesn't smell like sunscreen, but it's very greasy looking. There's 5 things left, and I'm like, oh God, I already know what number 1 is. I knew right off the bat what number 1 is gonna be. Okay, number 5, let's go with this. This is the Bliss Mighty Biome Pre-Postbiotics Barrier Aid Deep Cleansing Balm. So I did buy 2 cleansing balms in this haul, although the Pacifica one did not work out for me. This one has turned out to be really lovely. Like, look how much I've already used. I've used the heck out of this stuff. So when I first got some of this out of the container, I thought, oh no, it's gonna be just like the Pacifica one. It feels like a thick ointment. It almost feels like something I would want to keep on my skin as like my last step in my nighttime routine, or something to put on my cuticles. It just feels really good and nourishing on the skin that I just really enjoy using it. It has like an unscented scent as well, but it doesn't smell bad. It smells kind of like Vaseline. It kind of smells exactly like the way Vaseline smells, to be honest, which is not a bad smell. I don't mind that at all. This does have that kind of ointment kind of feeling to it, but it starts like breaking down into an oil very quickly. So just getting it on your fingertips and like working it into your hands, the warmth of your hands will right away start melting it. So it's easy to spread on the skin. It feels really nourishing. It feels super, super good. It breaks down all of the makeup. It rinses clean, kind of. I know a big complaint with this one from Pacifica was how much residue it left behind and how greasy it was. This does leave a little bit of something behind, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It almost feels like I don't want to rinse it off. Like I said, it just feels so nourishing. Like it feels like a great last step of a skincare routine, like maybe at night. So I really, really like this a lot. I don't think I would repurchase it because there's always another cleansing balm. There's always another thing to try to remove makeup. And there's so many out there. I want to keep trying different ones. But I liked this. I thought it was really lovely. Not what I expected, but quite nice. I enjoy this quite a bit. And although it is deep cleansing balm, it doesn't strip your skin or anything. It doesn't rinse like squeaky clean off of your face. Like I said, it does leave some residue behind, but it feels good. To me, it feels good, and it doesn't feel like I want to rinse it off. And then on the back it says, this hydrating cleansing balm melts into the skin to dissolve makeup, sunscreen, and impurities, while the Barrier Aid Complex delivers antioxidant-rich beta-carotene, barrier-replenishing ceramide NP, and moisturizing squalane. It rinses clean for an incredibly soft, glowing, refreshed finish. It rinses clean, like I said, but there is something left behind, but I feel like that was probably the intention of this, and it feels good. I really, really, really like this. Yeah, wouldn't repurchase though, but it's lovely. Okay, number 4 is gonna be this other brush I bought from Morphe. This is another one of the vegan pro brushes. This is the V111. And it is kind of hard to see what they are because the name of the brush is just imprinted into the, like the brush handle. But this is, I want to say their pointed highlighter brush. Like it's a highlight brush for sure, but it's different than one I normally use. So I go for something that's like this big or something like this. This is a little more pinpointed. And I didn't think I was gonna like this that much because I don't really like when my highlighter just looks like a stripe. I do kind of want it to be on the whole cheek area, mixed in with the blush a little bit. But I have really, really enjoyed this brush quite a bit. It's super, super soft, just like the other brush was. And all month long, I've been using this highlighter from Fenty Beauty, the Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. And I think this brush goes perfectly with this because this one here called Fire Crystal has a lot of like glittery parts to it. And I do like that to be kind of, not pinpointed, but I don't want it to go all over my face. I don't know the word I'm trying to find. So this brush is perfect for that, to keep it right where I want it to be. I literally have used this every single day since I got it and I absolutely love it. I want to buy more brushes from this line. I really want some of the eye brushes too, but the ones I wanted were always out of stock when I was looking. But I absolutely love this. It's great for a nice highlighter, like if you want to keep it right where you want it. It's awesome. We're in the top 3. The third, that doesn't make sense. The third product I liked the most, top 3. Coming in at number 3 is the Morphe Coconut Bliss Continuous Setting Mist. So the Continuous Setting Mist from Morphe is perfection. It's so good. I have one already right here, so I did not need to go buy this because I had just bought this one. But it's so lovely. It is a continuous mist, like just like it says. So it's like an aerosol type of can. So you just hold it down, spray it all over your skin. It has such a good scent. It's not too strong and it fades very quickly. So once I fan this down and I'm putting mascara on and stuff, I don't smell it anymore. But it's just a nice, like light, refreshing, lovely scent. Anyway, this is really good. It sprays in a perfect, nice mist. You can't really overdo it. You could spray it for 10 seconds and it'll never feel like too much. So they have that, but also in a coconut scent, and I thought, I've got to try that. I was worried that the coconut scent was gonna be a little too strong. I don't know why, I just felt that way. But luckily they did have a tester there and it didn't smell too strong at all. So of course I bought it. This one does have a different spray to it though. This one here, like the original, does spray. It's a really big, beautiful, fine mist, but it comes out a little faster. And this one, I find the spray to be a little more like a big fan and a little bit softer. Not that this one is hard or like too direct or anything, it's still super, super good. But this one is a little bit different and it is noticeable, especially if you use the original one all the time. You'll notice that this one doesn't spray the same, but it works just the same. It makes my makeup last all day, it melts everything together. It's the same beautiful formula, just with the nice little coconut scent. And the coconut scent is very artificial, like it smells like a fake coconut scent normally smells, a little bit like sunscreen, like summer. It doesn't linger too long though. I don't notice like throughout the day, I don't, this stupid hair. Like once I'm done with my makeup and I'm like getting ready to leave for work, I don't even notice it there. It's just something nice and light to kind of enhance your makeup experience, kind of like the way this one is. So I really like this. I would repurchase it if they still make it. They said it was a limited edition, but I'm not sure. They also came out with like a sunscreen one. I gotta try it. But these are really, really good and I'm glad I bought it. Okay, if you watched the haul, you probably know which products are left. So who's gonna be number 1? Well, let me tell you who number 2 is. And this was so hard to pick who number 1 was, but ultimately there could only be one. But number 2, coming in at number 2 is the Stila Convertible Color in the shade Petunia. I love this so much. So I already have one of these in the shade Lilium and it's stunning. I love it so much. But I had to have another shade. I was like, I want to buy them all. And look at this color. Oh my God, is it so beautiful. So this is one of their convertible colors. It's like a cream blush, but you can also use it on your lips if you want. I mean, look at that. It's insanely good. I have applied these, I think, in a few videos. I love to apply it with the sponge that I put on my foundation with. So I just dab it in a few times and then I use the sponge barely touching my skin. I'm kind of just using it to put the blush on. I'm not like pushing the blush with the sponge because I feel like that kind of ends up removing the makeup underneath and it just doesn't blend as well. But I love putting it on with the sponge and like barely touching my skin. This color is so pretty. I don't have it on now, I'm wearing something else, but I do put this on in that video and I've worn this several times since that, the haul. I want to buy all these colors. I love this formula so much. It's true to color, so this is the color you're going to get on your cheeks. I love wearing it all the way across the middle of my face, over my nose as well. I adore this. I want to buy them all. And then there's just something about the packaging, like this like tactile thing. Like you just want to hold it and caress it and love it, and it's just beautiful. I love it. I love everything about it. Want to get them all. It lasts all day. It applies great on top of powder. So if I have set my whole face with powder and I go in with this, it blends perfectly fine on top of that. Wears all day, doesn't fade, not patchy or anything. This is just perfect. I hope Stila like comes out with some new colors and maybe re-promotes them because I think they would be a hit because cream blush is like everything right now. Everyone's doing cream blushes and everyone loves them. So I hope they re-promote these because they are so good. Okay, and coming in at number 1, my favorite thing from the haul is the Garnier Micellar Foaming Gel Cleanser. This is an OG favorite of mine. If you've been here for a long time, I did a review on this channel like 5 years ago. And I used it for a very long time after that, but then I stopped seeing it around as much. I felt like it was getting discontinued, and then I pretty much stopped finding it at all, so I thought it was discontinued. Whether it was or not, or they brought it back, I really don't know, but they sell it at Ulta now, and I'm so excited about it. So this is like a do-it-all face cleanser. It removes all of your makeup, sunscreen, sweat, dirt, everything from the day. You can use it on your eye makeup as well, and it will remove every single scrap of your eye makeup. This genuinely makes me feel like I don't need to double cleanse. Like this is one and done face cleanser. So if you're looking for something that will remove all of your makeup and wash your face and you only want one thing, this is the best thing I've ever tried. It has no oil, no alcohol, no fragrance, and it doesn't have any scent whatsoever. It doesn't smell like an unfragranced product. It doesn't have that funny like chemical-y smell, you know the one I'm talking about. You can use it on your face, your lips, and your eyes. It says it rinses clean with no harsh rubbing. I'm just like going on with my hand here. And it does all of that. This comes through on every single claim that it has. It's the best freaking makeup removing cleanser I've ever used. And I'm so glad it's back. And when I started using this, I immediately was like, I'm never using cleansing balm ever again. I'm only gonna buy this forever until it's discontinued. It will not strip your skin. You don't need to like harsh rub and like get in there to get everything off. It'll just rinse it off. It's crazy. And then the times that I have used the cleansing balms or anything else that I'm using, I will still use this on my eye makeup because sometimes the cleansing balm I find kind of annoying to rub off of my eyes and to get off my lashes, so I'll use this on my eye makeup. So what I tend to do when I'm using this is I soften up my lashes first with like some warm water. So whether I'm in the shower or at the sink, I'll just kind of hold the water on the lashes, kind of move them back and forth really gently till I feel them soften up, because I do wear mascara, primer, and mascara. So I want to make sure I'm softening them up so I'm not like rubbing them with the face wash for too long. Once I kind of soften them up with the water, I then go in with this. I pump 2 pumps into my hand, get it really frothy, and then just start working that face wash into the face and it'll get everything off. I cannot believe this. It's so good. And a lot of the time when I use a face wash, I'm used to having mascara and liner and stuff all around the eyes and I gotta wash it again. But this, one wash is all you need. It's the freaking bomb, and I'm so glad it's back in my life. Love it so much. So that is it. That is my little countdown on my Ulta haul. Just so happens I bought 10 products in that haul, so I got to count down from 10. Let me know what you think. Have you tried any of these products? Do you agree with me? Do you not? I would love to hear from you. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss my next one. And I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.